What's going on, YouTube? Let's jump into this real quick. So this project that's going around, that's amassing all this hype and attention, Hex, right? Check this out, people. People who don't know, and this is for the new people. I'm not talking about those who are already in the space. They should know better. But, Hex by your guy, Richard Hart, right? I think he's a magician, but that's just my opinion. My opinion doesn't matter. So the bottom line is this. Those of you who got into Hex, good luck. He's been, open. He's been open and telling everybody what the project is about, and he's not promising anything. So those of you who got into it and gave your Ethereum away, that's just, you just gave your Ethereum away. Just look at it like that and hope that Hex will amass something in the future, which, it's real, the possibilities of that happening is real slim, because the premise is, who can predict the future? So that's all I can say about Hex. On top of that, see, this is why I've been saying before with, other projects, and when you have people working on other blockchains and creating, dApps or decentralized applications, this is why those of you, I've said this a lot, and you got to pay attention as a new viewer when you're listening to promoters who've been in the space for a very long time, who have a great deal, a lot of followers, a lot of subscribers, and they're not making an effort to reach out to people who are running those blockchains, or people who own those blockchains, or the heads of those blockchains. You're actually fighting a losing game, a losing battle, okay? Because some of these projects are not even worth mentioning anymore. But this is what I've been saying for the past few weeks in some of my videos. Like, if you're a dApp creator, or a person who created a dApp, and you're not at least linking with the, I guess the head of the blockchain, or marketing yourself well enough to get the attention from the head of the blockchain, you're failing. Your project is working that much harder. It doesn't matter how many, partnerships and whatever is going on. And if it's one thing to grind your heart out and create videos and try to, put the message out there just to get people to see what's going on. That's cool. But when you already have, let's say, 100,000 subscribers, when you already have 100,000 subscribers, and you basically are a great influencer in the space, if you're not garnering the attention of the blockchain head, the head of the blockchains, then what work are you doing? And to say that people shouldn't rely on you and to do anything, it's not good enough. That's not good enough, because you have this guy who's been in the space for a very long time, who, okay, yeah, he's been in the space for a very long time. He's, somewhat knowledgeable about crypto and has had followings for years and years. Okay, yeah, he built his reputation to a certain level, but he put out a project that's just suspect. He was on live yesterday on the Drunk on Crypto live, and let me tell you, for people who don't know, the live stream is something that happens once a week. Drunk on Crypto, the guys are there, so I'm there sometimes. It could be real edgy, real raw. It's raw and uncut, unadulterated. You're talking about people who are just hanging out, talking about crypto, having a good time, drinking, whatever. It's whatever. It's never financial advice. People are just sitting down, kicking back, and venting about the crypto space, and also sharing ideas, and talking about whatever they like, whatever crypto related, anything that's related to whatever going on in crypto, especially the shady, nefarious, scandalous projects that have been coming out, and you have this guy, Richard Hart, the magician, who came on the stream, and it started out kind of cool. He says he has respect for everybody on Drunk on Crypto. He's washed. He likes the banter, as he says, the discourse that takes place on the channel. on the live streams. But then at some point, he just went all the way left because the questions he couldn't answer the questions. What's the use case for Hex? He couldn't answer that. At one point he even said SMD to the people. Like to invite people to his phallic. Like who does that? You're the head of a blockchain. You can't keep yourself balanced enough. You got so emotional and enraged where you telling the guys to SMD, invite them to your private. Come on, man. Come on, man. And then at one point, before he rage quit, before he ended and left the stream, he just said, since everyone on the stream knows about the project, since you all know, this is what he said, since you all know, what's going on, there's no point for me to even talk. That's a person who really couldn't answer the simple, valid questions that he was told. And that stream went from the highest, it went from having like 100 or something. It went from having maybe 50 watch viewers to over 2,100 in a matter of minutes. And I think it was because of the likes of, this persona, this magician who jumped on the live stream, and he brought his minions or whatever. And just, I guess it was also the title of the live stream. It wasn't to clickbait. It was to just garner some type of attention, to invite a dialogue, right? And so this is a person who I've said it, I think he's into some other stuff, man, and people just ate it all up. He's into some other stuff. I think it's all magic, and like Crypto says, the world is a stage. And unfortunately, people who just relinquish their own Ethereum to buy into the idea of obtaining Hex tokens that's supposed to be the number one crypto in the world and is better than Bitcoin, etc., couldn't even answer a question like, what's the use case for the coin? What is the use case? And then try to say that Bitcoin has no use case. I mean, it's incredible. If you're listening, this is why it's important to do your due diligence. This is why it's important to do your due diligence. And other characters and actors who are in the space, who have projects that are out, who have decentralized application projects who are out, who claim that they're trying to, help the community out by creating partnerships so that their tokens, the token holders in one main project, could be fed by other partnerships, and it's just not amassing the attention that they need. This guy came out of nowhere. You think they would, people will create some kind of strategy or marketing plan to grab the attention of the bigger YouTubers, of the bigger personalities in crypto, just so that the community could receive the benefits. This is about working together, but people don't think about that. People think about their own feelings, their own egos, their own selfish needs, and I'm not going to mention who's who, but those who know who I'm talking about. Those who know who I'm talking about. This is for the new viewers who are coming into the space wide-eyed and excited. Just be careful. Go through everything with a fine-tooth comb if you have the wherewithal to do that. Go through everything with a fine-tooth comb, because there are scams out there, and they are not going to go anywhere anytime soon. The head of Hex even said it. He said there's scams out there. There's scams. There's going to be scams. And he presented a strategy in previous lives on what he's doing to fight scams, even though his project is looking sketchy as all heck. Wow. Whatever. Like, this is what I've just been saying. People need to really pay attention. People need to pay attention, or you're going to continue to lose. You're going to continue to lose. There's a bunch of Ethereum that's stored away that supposedly he doesn't know, he doesn't have any access to, but it's Ethereum that you put into a project. It's Ethereum that you put into a project to receive Hex coins that you will never be able to retrieve. You understand? A project like hourglass contracts, when you're in an hourglass contract and you're trying to interact with the contract and you use your crypto, ideally you're supposed to be able to see the value of your crypto, and whenever you want to jump out of the contract, you jump out of the contract. You take your crypto with you. In this case with Hex, you can't take your ETH. It's given away. You just donated to this man's coffer. That's what y'all did. Man. You donated to your coffee. He said he wanted to become a billionaire in the crypto space, and you donated to the cause. Take that L. Take the loss. Take the L. Call it for what it is. You know, if you're into business or whatever, use that as a tax write-off and move on. Learn from that experience and don't do the same thing again. Because it just happened, just like nothing. It happened in less than a week, a few days. This is the 5th day. You know, I made a parody about hex and stuff. This is a few days ago. It just happened. Hex is a word, another word of saying a curse. People, open your mind. I'm not saying that, you know, the token was supposed to be some type of curse or magical kind of whatever mystical connotation to it, but it's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke, and it's a bad one too. It's a tragic joke because people have lost whatever they put in as we speak right now. As we speak right now, this just took place and it's taking place. And y'all need to wake up. And I'm talking about the new people coming into the space who don't know any better. You need to wake up. The man couldn't even defend himself properly because the questions he could not answer. So all he was doing was deflecting and talking about a person's, you know, just speaking about other things, avoiding the questions that he was asked, deflecting, you know, becoming angry, insulting everyone on the live stream, and just left the live stream. What does that tell you? And this is a person who, you know, professes to be, when you hear him speak, he's articulate, you know, he seemingly has some level of intelligence, or you can perceive him to be intelligent. Okay, fine. But look at what the project that he put out. This is the project that he put out, which has a lot of problems that many people who are trying to do the right thing for the people have problems with. Many people who are trying to do the right thing by the people in cryptocurrency have problems with that Hex project. It's not, you know, for nothing. It's not just because we don't like projects or we don't like him. Could care less about this dude, man. He just looks like a magician to me. You see him off rip, you see his pictures, you see his office or whatever he does his videos, you just look at him and I mean, you could see some other stuff going on right there, man. Pure entertainment. It's all for folly. It's a circus. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. He just has a gift of gab, and he's another one who's wowing the people. Another one who has a gift of gab. He speaks all that sweet stuff, you know, to lull you in, lure you in, get your Ethereum, and it's now hope that Hex does something. Hope that Hex is able to create some kind of value down the line for the next 300 or so days or whatever the project is about, man. It's stupid. It's confusing. It's just nonsense. It's just nonsense. Another waste of time. And the promoters who just jumped into it and tried to push it and do all that, they're just as culpable and accountable too. This is what I'm saying. Y'all need to be careful. Y'all need to be careful, man. I'm out.